Hello, bete. So that is the most awaited section of our channel. That is a Super 6. So Super 6 quiz. You can consider it like a test. Time allotted is 20 minutes. So one by one, I will show you each and every question. You can take screenshot or you can pause your video at different points and then you can try all those questions, right? So these 6 questions are there that you need to try and time given is what, beta? 20 minutes, right? Okay. So question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. All those questions are what, beta? JEE advanced based questions, right? It's not like very difficult questions or not like very easy questions, right? So what is the JEE advanced trend? Based on that only I have selected these questions, right? Question number 5 and 6, that is a paragraph based question. So first you can pause the video here, right? And then you can pause video here, right? So these are paragraph based questions, right? 5 and 6, so total 6 questions are there. Time is what, 20 minutes, right? And you can see what is the level of your preparation. So at what level you have prepared, right? So now I cannot explain you questions here. Why? Because this thing I have learned from my students only. Right? The student used to say, "Sir, don't explain us the questions." So when you explain questions, question becomes very easy for us. Yes, so that is right. Because understanding the language of the question is also our task, right, beta? So what they are trying to ask, what is the context of the question? So all those things we need to understand, right? So understanding the language of the question is a student's task only. So that you need to understand, right? Okay. So question number 1. So you can pause the video, try all these questions, and then quickly I'm going to the solutions. Now first answer key, right? First I will show you the answer key. See the answer key and do the self assessment, right? So how much marks you are getting. If you are not getting full marks, then what is the reason behind it? Okay. So what are the concept that you have missed? Okay. So let's learn what are your mistakes from the solution part. Okay. So that is the answer key. Do the self assessment. Not getting full marks, then you have to see solutions very carefully. Even you are getting full marks, then also beta see solutions. Maybe any question I'm approaching in a lengthy way, then you can help me in the comment section that no sir, the question can be solved by an easy approach. Just in one line you can solve the question, because it's a learning platform. It's not like from you only from me only you're learning, from you also I can learn better. So you're getting full marks, then also see the solutions better. Okay, so dear students, now that is the question number 1. So approach is a effective simple pendulum. So dear students, that you can say it is a separate concept. So if any student knowing this concept, it is a very easy question for those students, right? So that is effective simple pendulum concept, right? So it is a separate concept. So now that separate concept that highlights of those concepts I can give you, right? So first is, if in a simple pendulum it is not our normal simple pendulum, then join any 2 points which are at rest. For example, in this system, obviously the connected point are at rest. So join these 2 points. Joining these 2 points, we are getting one line. This line is what, beta? Axis of rotation. That is axis of rotation of the simple pendulum, right? So from point mass to this axis of rotation, if you join a line, so that will be what? L effective. So I'm extending this length line further. Okay. So now this length is what? L effective. And G effective will be what? So now G is vertically downwards, G. So if you are getting this angle theta, angle made by G with L effective, so that is what, beta? Along this direction, it will be G effective. Okay. So L effective, G effective. So a simple formula of time period becomes 2 pi under root L effective by G effective, right? So what is the derivation of that formula? Then you have to attend the classes, right? So but yes, so we can write for any effective simple pendulum, you can use this formula, right? 2 pi under root L effective by G effective. Now L effective, now it is what a simple geometry, right? So from simple geometry you can obtain that L effective and G effective. Okay, so now let's see step by step how geometrically we can obtain L effective and G effective. So first you see this length AB. So this length AB, if you see triangle ABC, if you see triangle ABC, so now that 90-degree angle is given. So it means that from Pythagoras theorem, so AB we can get that is 2 meter. And similarly AD, so AD is what? So 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Okay, that is given in the question. That 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2, AD is 1 meter. Now see triangle ABD. So ABD, if you see this triangle, theta is coming what? 30-degree. Now this theta angle and this theta angle both are same beta. Why? Because angle between any two lines is the same as angle between their normal, right? So you can say line NC is normal to AB, and this BD is a horizontal line and it is normal to obviously vertical line. So these angles theta are same only, no problem. So theta is 30-degree angle. Now if you see triangle AMC, so in AMC triangle we can see that AM is 1 by 2, AC is 1 meter. So it means alpha should be 60-degree, right beta? So alpha is 60-degree. So now this angle, total angle with the angle made by CD line with this vertical line, that angle is what beta? Alpha. Okay, and this smaller angle is what? Theta. It means angle NCD, that angle is alpha minus theta. Okay, so this angle is alpha minus theta. So it means alpha we got, theta we got, alpha minus theta also we got. So it means by using triangle A and C, L effective we can find out. So L effective is 1 cos alpha minus theta, so means root 3 by 2 meter. Similarly G effective is G cos 30, so G root 3 by 2. And now I'm just using the formula, right? So I'm using the formula and I'm getting the answer. So root G, as we know, it's approximately equal to pi. So pi cancel, our answer is 2 seconds, right beta? So in comment sections you can write anything if you are not getting. Okay, now question number 2. So now see this question number 2. The concept behind question number 2 is similar to one of the question that I have given in question of the day section, right? So now here what is the system? So just by observing this question, the diagram, you can realize that it is the case of a physical pendulum, right beta? It is the case of physical pendulum. So two cases are there. Case 1, square plate is free to rotate about point A. So when square plate is free to rotate point A, so that is forming one type of simple physical pendulum. And when square plate is fixed at point A, so it is forming another type of physical pendulum, right? So in both the cases, what is going to be time period that we need to obtain? So now time period of physical pendulum, that is the formula 2 pi under root I by total mass. So I'm assuming mass of plate and rod to be no, it is given that both are having same mass, and I'm assuming that equal masses as m. So it means total mass of the system will be 2m, right? So now if you observe these two cases, everything is same except moment of inertia, right? So total mass is same, G, D, center of mass location, D is what? Distance of center of mass of this system from axis of rotation, that is also same. So everything is same. So simply it means I can write T1 by T2. So time period in the two cases as I1 by I2. So finish like that I can write. So no problem. So now only I need to obtain moment of inertia in the two cases. So case 1. So case 1, when square plate is free to rotate. So when square plate is free to rotate, then total moment of inertia is moment of inertia of rod plus moment of inertia of plate. Moment of inertia rod is ml square by 3. For rod, yes, so that is a mistake alert beta. So here only students do mistake that I explained in question of the day section also. So when this plate is not spinning, that is our crux point of the question also, right? So when a body is not spinning, then its moment of inertia about center of mass will be 0. So like a parallel axis theorem we apply, beta. So suppose for plate I am writing moment of inertia, so that is a moment of inertia about its center of mass plus md square. So now this quantity will be what? 0. So this quantity will be 0. Okay, so moment of inertia of the plate will be just ml square, right? D is L. So moment of inertia of the plate plus rod, this system is a 4 by 3 ml square in first case, and in second case if you see, so normally it is a one complete body. So normally how we calculate moment of inertia, in that manner I am calculating moment of inertia, that is for rod and that is for plate. And the second case, that is IC, moment of inertia of the plate about its center of mass, so that is I2. Okay beta. So now ratio of time period is this quantity. Okay, so that is our answer, right? So now which was okay, so it means the value of k was required. So value of k obviously will be 4 by 3. So C is the right option. Okay, let's move to now question number 3. Now question number 3, if you can see, so there is a system, right? So system that contains 2 rollers, 1 block and 2 springs, right? Again, this question can be solved by 2 approaches. One is the force method, another is the energy method. Now what is the brainstorming angle? Or first, how we'll decide our approach, means which approach to choose. Many times I explain in my classes also that when there are too many forces involved in a system, then energy method is always the best option, right? So writing total energy of the system is always going to be the best option when too many forces are involved. And it's not like a constant force, there are now these variable forces. Friction will be a variable force. Friction is a variable force, spring force is also variable, and friction on the roller is acting from block as well as ground. So too many forces are involved. So better for any particular displacement we'll write total energy of the system, right? Okay, so now brainstorming angle means any one quantity we can choose. So any one element here we can choose to write its displacement, and displacement of other elements will write in terms of displacement of your chosen element. Now here a very important information I am going to give you, that whenever we have such a system, right, so sometimes students get confused, sir, which element is performing SHM, whether it is roller which is performing SHM or the block or what. So whenever a system is performing SHM, then each and every element of that system perform SHM, right? So any element you can choose, and that time period of SHM is should also be same for each and every element, right? So no exceptional case. So whenever any system is performing SHM, any element of your choice you can select, write equation of that element, right? So what will be displacement of that element, what will be velocity of that element, and write displacement or velocities of other element in terms of your chosen element, right? So in that way write the total energy of the system and then take derivative. So it will be very simple. Okay, so in the same manner I am writing a total energy of the system. I am choosing roller as my element, as the SHM element I am choosing as roller. So if displacement of roller is x, then obviously for small displacement we are doing these things. So displacement of center of mass of the roller is x, then displacement of its topmost point has to be 2x, and that should be displacement of block, right? So what we are writing, total energy of the system. So 2 multiply by kinetic energy of the roller. So kinetic energy of the roller, what I am writing beta, half I omega square, where I is moment of inertia about instantaneous axis of rotation of the roller. So half I, so about this axis, moment of inertia of the roller is 3 by 2 mr square. Parallel axis theorem I have applied. So that is moment of 2 times, means total kinetic energy of rollers, that is kinetic energy of block. So obviously if its a displacement is 2 times in comparison to center of mass of the roller, it means velocity also should be 2 times, right? The derivative, simple derivative. So that is kinetic energy of the block. The third thing is kinetic energy of the springs. So 2 springs are there. So total kinetic energy is 2 multiplied by half k into 2x whole square. So total energy we are writing in this manner very easily, and taking derivative of this quantity dE by dt 0. So I am getting an equation, acceleration versus displacement of roller. So obviously it is an SHM equation. So time period will be 2 pi under root 5m by 8k, means 2 pi upon omega, and omega from the equation we can say, so omega square is 8k by 5m. So it means omega is root 8k by 5m. Okay, so hence A option is correct. So A is the right option. Okay, so now let's move to question number 4. Okay, so question number 4, if you see 2 blocks are there. So initially springs are at natural length, both are compressed by 10 centimeter, right? So both are compressed by 10 centimeter, see. Okay, so it means it is a case of 2 SHMs having same mean position, and we want some time or position where they will collide. So obviously when you think time calculation of 2 SHM, then only one thing should strike in our mind, and that is what beta? SHM as a circular projection, right? So whenever it is about comparing any 2 SHMs, or maximum separation between them, minimum separation between them, so for all those cases, what we generally do, how we solve the questions, by SHM as a circular projection concept. So the only thing here we need to decide is where are the initial positions. So initial positions in that circular projection concept, y-axis I am choosing to write instantaneous displacements, right? Both are initially are at their extreme positions. So both are at extreme position, right? So angle between them, so both are moving towards each other like that, they are moving. Okay, so angle between them is what? Total angle between them is pi. So blocks will collide if angle covered by 2 with respect to 1 is pi, right? So blocks will collide if angle covered by 2 with respect to 1 is pi, and relative angular velocity is omega 2 plus omega 1, right? So omega is under root k by m. So for second spring block system, omega 220. For first spring block system, omega 1 is 10. So time taken will be relative angle divided by relative angular velocity, that is a circular projection concept. So what time we are getting? Pi by 30 seconds we are getting, right? So now to see the position, we can take as any one block as my reference. Now taking block 1 as my reference is like looking easy. So how much is angle covered by block 1? So it is angular velocity multiplied by time. So angular velocity of block 1 is omega 1. So omega 1 into t. So what we are getting beta? Pi by 3. So this x1 displacement. So x1 is a cos theta 1. So this will be what? 5 centimeter. Okay. So now let's come to our paragraph based question. So in a paragraph based question, now that is what? Spring and a disk is there. If you are displacing this disk, and then how friction is acting on the disk, that we need to relate with time. So friction versus time graph we need to select which is the correct graph of friction versus time. So here obviously force method we have to apply, no energy method, right? Why? Because when you're writing energy, the friction will not come in any of your equation. So we are left with the force method only. Okay, so what is brainstorming angle? So we'll try to write equation of net force on disk. So net force is obviously spring force minus frictional force. So net force is equal to mass into acceleration. So kx minus f is m into omega square x. So f is this quantity I'm writing, right? Now x obviously it is performing SHM. So performing SHM, then x we can write as this amplitude is capital A cos omega t, right? So omega we don't need to obtain here. Omega also we can obtain, not a problem. Just like in previous question we did by energy method, but here they are just asking graph of friction versus time, right? So omega not required. It means it should follow this cos graph. Why cos not sine? Because initial position you can see that is an extreme position, right? So hence C option should be correct. Now last question, sixth question. Yes. So now here, yes, so here approach can be very simple, because initially position is given, some extension is there, and finally what we require, speed at mean position is required. So many different approaches are there. So first we can find omega, and then v is equal to a omega formula you can write, because at mean position velocity of a body performing SHM is a omega, right? Or simple energy conservation you can do, right? So energy conservation I'm doing, initially we have potential energy only, work done by friction is 0, and finally it will be kinetic energy of the disk. So by energy conservation I'm getting velocity as root 40 by 3 meter per second, right? So dear students, if you see, questions are easy, right? So the main thing here, when you are giving any test, right? So for writing any test, so one main thing that you need to focus on is selection of the easy questions first, right? So the questions, like 6 questions I have given, then you should first try to see the easy questions in that, right? And first do easy questions, and then remaining time you can spend on difficult questions. So identifying easy question is also one skill that a student required who is preparing for JEE Advance, right beta? So if you are facing any difficulty in any of the question, please write in the comment sections, right? So then I will explain in detail. So if you need this PDF, as a PDF everything you want, so then you can go to my app. So from my app you can download it, right? Thank you.